Hello, everyone. This is a rant I like to do. Some of you may not care, and some of you already know about this, but since I'm a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, and seeing these fucking awful designs for the turtles, and just hearing the whole premise behind Rise of the TMNT, it is so fucking. It sounds like this looks like trash. I mean, just by the sounds of it. And before you people type in the comment section, I don't give a flying fuck that they made April black in this show. Because April in the original comics, yes, you idiots, Ninja Turtles was a comic book. It was not a cartoon in the beginning. April was not even, she wasn't white. Even though fans have debated for many years on what April's ethnicity was in the comics, Peter Laird never confirmed it one way or another. I mean, in some issues, she looks like a black woman. Some issues, she looks Asian. Though the character, I believe, was intended to be a multi-ethnical character. So April, if anything, they whitewashed her in the other incarnation. So April was never white. But that's not the problem I have. Some of you are going to bring this up. Oh, SJWs are ruining everything. They have to add a minority and everything. Fuck off. April was never freaking white. If you don't know anything about your TMNT lore, then you're not a real fan if you don't even know basic shit like that. If you're my age and you don't even know, like, TMNT started off as a comic book, or April, was never freaking white in the original comics, you're not a real fan, period. I mean, sorry. The original comics are easy to find now. You have no excuse not knowing at this point. And yeah, I'm just going to get into it. It's like the way these characters are characterized. First off, Raphael being the leader. Why? Why is he the leader of the Turtles? I'm a Raphael fan myself. Raphael is my favorite turtle. But he's too hot-headed to be the leader. And I know you're going to bring up, oh, they have to do something different. Because if they do the same whole thing over and over again, it's going to get stale. You know what? They had a cartoon. The 2012 series, it ended not that long ago. As of this, video. They didn't need to cancel that show. There was more stories they could have told in that series. There was far more stuff they could have done. You want to talk about doing something new? Do a new franchise. Stop taking. This is one thing I'm getting really sick and tired of. It's happening with Star Wars, Marvel, taking the characters that we know and love and change them. To the point where they're not even recognizable. Yes, I know. The Turtles in the original comics are not the same characters as they were, in other incarnations. But the cartoons, the 87 series, which I'm not a big fan of, I'm going to make that known. The core aspects of the characters were there. The 2003 series, the vastly underrated, cartoon of the 2000s, the core aspects were there. The 2012 series, the core aspects were there. You could updating the character surroundings is one thing, but completely changing their personalities so they don't even resemble the characters, from the other incarnations, you might as well have created a new character. Leonardo is nothing like he is, in the comics or any of the previous TV shows. Neither is, Splinter. It's like, I don't like the way these characters are being characterized. And the designs are some of the worst. They don't even look like turtles. They look like fucking Battletoads. I mean, these are the worst turtle designs I've ever seen since the fucking shitty Michael Bay movies. These are awful. And I just have a strong feeling this is going to be just like Teen Titans Go. Honestly. And as a TMNT fan, that's going to hurt. I buy every single DVD for Ninja Turtles. I'm not able to collect all the toys. I do get at least the turtles themselves. I don't think I want them this time. I mean, they look so bad. They look like some shit from Skylanders, at least the way the characters look. It's like this show is not I don't see it lasting that long. I mean, it's already doomed from the very beginning for the looks of it. I mean, if they want to do something new with Ninja Turtles, let it rest for fucking 5 or 6 years. Because believe it or not, people, some of you may not know this, those who've never seen the 2003 series, Ninja Turtles has not been off the air for more than 3 years since the 2003 series. It hasn't been off the air that long. The longest it's been off the air was when the Next Mutations was canceled in 1997, or was it 98? I don't even want to remember that series. It's so fucking bad. But that was the longest. 5 years was the longest we've ever went without Ninja Turtles. It's been not even that long, honestly. Because we have anything with Ninja Turtles related. We have IDW making comics for this franchise. It's like, it's too soon to do another reboot. That's the problem I have with Rise of TMNT. I mean, well, I guess at least it's not the part of the same series. At least the 2012 series doesn't have a shitty season like Fast Forward. But still, this series just looks like they're out to sell more toys, honestly. And that's one of the biggest issues I have with the 87 series, which I'll do a review of that someday. I will, if I can force myself to stomach through it. But yeah, I have a huge problem with what I know so far. Am I going to watch it? Yes. You will hear a rant from me, or if, depending on how it turns out, you're going to hear something from me one way or another about Rise of TMNT. I'm not happy so far. I think this show is a bad idea. I think it's too soon to have a reboot, considering it hasn't been that long since the original, whatever, not the original, since the 2012 series has ended. It's not necessary to have a new series at this point. I mean, that's how I felt at first towards 2012 series. But you know what? It's like this franchise has had as many reboots as Spider-Man. I mean, 2 reboots in 1 decade. That's ridiculous. And I'm going by the cartoons. If you go by the comics, that's like 3 reboots. But the comic reboot's different because the comics were never rebooted. And that's all I have to say. Honestly, please don't suck. Not going to count it though. And tell me what you guys think. Are you excited for TMNT? Rise? What the fuck that's being called? I'm sorry. It's a stupid name. Or are you like me that's not happy and you're very pessimistic about it? Or cautiously optimistic? Whatever. For me, I stand by the fact it wasn't necessary. And it's just changed for no fucking reason. Other than a bunch of people just wanting to make Ninja Turtles into something that it isn't. Seriously, you stupid. I hate to say this because I'm part of this generation. You stupid fucking millennial Generation Z idiots. If you can't appreciate the Ninja Turtles as they are, fuck off. We don't need fakers like you in this fandom. Fuck off. Honestly. It's people like you is the reason why that's another rant for another day, is the reason why entertainment sucks. This is Darcinovia, over and out.